Thank you, Commander. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, most honored guests. Whoa, how many of you have ever tried to breed a fish? How many of you tried to breed the betta fish? Okay, one, okay. There's somebody who knows what I'm going to say already. That's okay. This is really a relaxing and an enjoyable hobby. Well, if you're going to breed betta, what do you need? Well, before you even need the betta, you need a tank to put the betta in. And what do you need? You need a 5-gallon tank. You don't want a monstrous tank because there's going to be too much running around trying to catch up with the female, the male. So we close it down to just a 5-gallon tank. And how much water? Do we fill it to the top? Absolutely not. Halfway, 5 to 6 inches of water. Then what do we need? We need to get some greens. We want a lot of greens so that the female has somewhere to hide. And then we need to keep the water warm. Not just warm, but almost hot, because it has to be right around 80, 76, 80 degrees. And these fish just like it warm. They come from Cambodia, Thailand, in that particular area. It's really a beautiful fish. This picture is not really showing how nice they really are. So I could turn this around and let's see. Actually, let's see dirty screen. They're interesting in the fact that there is just so many things that go on with the breeding of this fish. Now we have thermostat, we have the greens, water, got everything ready to go, almost. Now, the betta is a bubble fish. They make bubbles. And so we have to have a styrofoam cup, coffee cup, cut it in half, and set it on top of the water. We have to have a second tank for the female betta. She does not go into the same tank with the male to start off with. And they will courtship next to each other, and the male will come and he'll flare his gills up when he gets close, or she comes close to the tank that it's in. So it's kind of interesting to watch this here. Everything's all set up. We're going to now watch things as they progress. So after you watch a while and you see that the male really has decided he wants this female. This is the one. That's the only one you can see, right? But nonetheless, you watch him, and as he goes, he flares up, and you can see fins, everything will go up, and he just spreads everything out, and it's really a beautiful sight. The female doesn't have much, but she does carry the eggs. Now, when you decide it's time to put her in to start the breeding process, you put her in, and they will go around the courtyard, and she will make little curvatures, telling him that she wants him, and she will create eggs. Now these eggs, when it's time, after they've played and chased each other, he's chased her so many times, she will come out, and he will actually come up to her after she has these eggs, and he will wrap his body around her and squeeze the eggs out, somewhere between 10 and 40 eggs at a time. As he squeezes them, she looks like a half moon, and she just lies there for approximately 20 seconds. It looks like she's dead. During this time, the eggs are starting to fall, and male betta comes under, picks all the eggs up in his mouth. He's made this bubble nest, and he shoots all these eggs into the bubbles. And at the same time, he has this milk that he puts in as a fertilizer for the eggs. And this process goes on until there's approximately somewhere between 250 and 300 eggs that actually go underneath that little nest. You say, wow, how can that many babies fit there? Whew. Boy, when you see them, takes 24 to 36 hours before they hatch. And when you look in there, all you see is like a pinhead. You see a little black eye looking at you. You're not sure, is that a baby? Is it? I think it is. And so then after about 3 days, you can actually see them. They become free swimmers after about 3 days. And you see them. So now what happens to them? Uh-oh, they need food too. So what do you feed them? You give them brine shrimp is one of the main things that you give them. Now, brine shrimp, when you buy it in a big can, not exactly cheap. They're probably now about $40, $45. So it's not cheap, but you have to aerate it. You have to have a bottle that you put it in, aerate it to get these brine shrimp to come to life. And you can feed them that way. And there's also some milk substance that you can feed them too if you don't want to get brine shrimp. So there's a combination of things. But you find that after all the eggs are laid, you have to take the female out. Sometimes they'll want to help with the eggs, but when they take them, they're probably going to eat. So you take the female out, and the male, after the babies are free swimming, some people think that they too will eat the eggs, but they say usually they won't. But you take the male out after they're free swimming, and then if you're going to go for show or something like that, you start to do what they call culling and take out what they call flushers, the ones that aren't what you really want, pure red or pure blue or butterfly, whatever the case may be. So it's really a relaxing hobby, and you'll find that this is something that you can do and enjoy. It might be a little expensive at first, but after that, you're on your own. And you'll find that it's really relaxing, and you should just take yourself, you can sit back, watch it by the hour. Madam Toastmaster.